we're going to install a version 2 board on the Ender 3 Pro today. It's supposed to give me more functionality. So let's kind of look at the differences here though. So I'm going to take the cover off the bottom here of the printer, just so you can see what's already in it now, and then show you what's going to go in it. Okay, first things first, I ordered this brand new from Creality. Obviously this is an official board. It comes with a motherboard user manual, which, you know, I guess it's kind of nice. It shows you the pin layouts and all that stuff. If you ever get lost on it, you can read all this junk, blah blah blah. But there's an easier way to do this. Comes in this nice little box. Here is the current board that I have now. And the one major difference as far as the layout and stuff goes is you will notice, I gotta figure out where it's at myself, turn this around and get it all faced in there properly, like so. This piece right here underneath the black one is not here on the version 1.13 or 4 or whatever board this is. So let me pull these wires back here and show you what I'm talking about, so you can see. Okay, you see that there? So that is where on the new version 2 point whatever, 4.2.7 or whatever it is, that's where that piece would be. And as you can see, there it is right there. It is not on the 1.14. So what that does is this one right here will allow me to add an auto bed leveler. It's also used for things like the laser engraver, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I want to use it for the auto bed leveler. So let's kind of check that out there. So we're going to go ahead and take it out, but what we're going to do first is we're going to remove the fan motor, because I already know what this is. So we're just going to go ahead and take that one out. And what I'm going to do is one by one, I'll take and remove those and put them back on the board. So get this kind of like focused in there, and I can show you a little bit about what I'm talking about here. Okay, so I've scooted everything a little bit closer here so you can kind of see what I'm doing at the same time as I do it. So trying to get some of the stuff out of the way now so we can work a little bit better. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of pull this to the side, and the first one I'm going to go after is going to be this guy right here. So take out our SD card, set it to the side, and we're just going to pull out this guy here and simply put him back on, like so. And we're going to do that for all of these here, so I'm just going to kind of go ahead and get to it. All we need to do is test it out. Again, you got your motherboard manual here, which I have upside down, if you need to worry about doing anything there. What we are going to do, now this is supposed to make everything quieter. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do it. Plus I can upgrade and do a touch sensor. Alright, so I must say this was a relatively easy upgrade. So as you can see, I routed my wiring back here, and I just kind of zip tied it to the existing wire that's already there. I got my CR Touch or whatever right here mounted. It goes mounted upside down, and I use the one big long bracket. That's what most people use unless you have like an Ender Max or whatever. The coolest thing was, let me show you this, and it runs a lot quieter. The fans and stuff for the actual power supply, that's always going to be the same. What's not the same is Ender 3 Pro. Okay, so this whole screen is a little different. Alright, that's cool, whatever. So you go in here, and now I have the menu set up a little bit different. Configuration, for example. Go into here. I can go into my advanced settings from here. I can probe Z offset. I can work with the ZR Touch. I don't know what all this stuff means yet. I can store and save my settings and see what else we got in here. Change your filament, it's always been the same, but now it's easy to find. Change media, print from media, which the screen works a lot better. English, and here's the about printer. Okay, Ender 3 Pro, software 2.0828, hardware 4.2.7. That's the motherboard that I bought. So I'm running 2.08.2, August 30th, 2022. That's when it was, I guess, created. So if you scroll down, Creality.com, that's how you know it's, their mark or whatever. Extruders 1, which I guess you can have multiple ones. I wasn't even aware of that, so I don't know. I have to look into that. Your baud rate, and it now has bilinear leveling. Now, this thing is super cool. So here it is right here, and let me show you. Let's just, I'll go ahead and do one here, just to kind of show you what it is. Figure out where the hell it's at. Okay, so you go into motion, which is the second option down, and you go to, you're supposed to do auto home and then level bed. Well, I've already auto homed my machine, so now we're just going to do level bed. It does all this for you. No more getting the paper underneath or any of that jazz. So what it's going to do is it's going to find the home by that little probe right there, and it does it twice. Okay, so then it's going to go through a series of, I don't know, 8 or whatever of finding the bed throughout. See, it's going to go along a line here, then 2 or 3 lines in the middle, and then in the back. I mean, it's really super cool. It gives you an accurate print. I was really kind of impressed with the print quality of this. My printer's always printed very well to begin with, but let me show you one of the prints that I've done before and one of them I've done after. Now, these are 2 separate prints, but you'll get the idea. Okay, so now I sell these on my Etsy store here. This is one that I printed after. We'll save this one for later. I've been really printing up a lot of stuff here, guys. I now have my Punisher hand stops done, or my foregrips, I mean. And those work pretty good. New item on the shop. So I got some flashlight mounts, and anyway, let's get back to this here. So the black is one that I printed before, and let me just see if I can get a close-up view here. You can see the quality is pretty decent. I mean, it is a 3D print. You're going to have some of this here, but now let me show you the same thing after I printed with a new leveling. Look at that. The fine detail seems like it's better. Now, again, this is a different filament. Okay, so maybe that affects it, maybe that does not. I don't know. And I've got this set on a fast print, just to kind of show you what's up. I mean, the fingers and digits and stuff, I mean, they all look very good. What I usually do before I sell these anyway is I take a heat torch to them, and it kind of makes it look a little more real. A little bit better. Alright, so this is the OK sign, and as you can see, maybe you can see, I don't know, this thing's kind of goofy. There you go. Pretty decent quality. Now this other one is pretty decent quality too, but you don't know you have a problem until you see it. So there's the black that was printed before. Again, looks good, but I can see like places in the print where it had issues, where it had problems. But this print will hold up just fine. These are all novelty items. I don't even worry about it. I explain to everybody when they buy something from me that it is a 3D print, so please keep that in mind. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the difference between the black and the white. The white is a much finer print, and it's exactly the same settings as the black was before. They're all done in a quick print just to see how well it would do. I did this one before and this one after, so I'm still going to put both of these on my store, but obviously I'm going to get the print quality a little bit better than what it currently is. That's just me personally. Now we come back over here to the printer, and as you can see, it's already done all its leveling, and it'll go to the center, and as you can see, it's sitting up off of the bed. Now what you're supposed to do too is you're supposed to probe your Z offset. I've already done all this, so I can't really do it.
When you probe your Z offset, you put a piece of paper underneath there like you would normally do when you're setting these guys. And what you would do is kind of bring it down in the minus or whatever, just a little bit at a time, until you get your touch off. And that's it. And then you put your Z offset in the menu, it saves it, and it does everything else for you. One thing you're supposed to do is you're supposed to remove or at least unplug this Z limiter switch when you're using this touch system. Guys, I'm very, very sold on this. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but fantastic upgrade. Everything's quiet, it's smoother, it seems like it likes to run better. I mean, it's just, it's a must-have upgrade in my mind. And the menu alone obviously needed an overhaul, so it's kind of nice to see that as well. And I mean, everything just runs really well. So I'm happy with it, and I've got a lot of things I want to 3D print, so now I'm going to get back to it. I get a lot of files from Thingiverse and try those out. I also do a lot of my own custom work. So this is very helpful for me. So I don't have to touch off the bed anymore, and that's really going to improve my print quality and quantity.